5 seconds. Honorable Mr. Chairman, Honorable Mr. Speaker, and Honorable Members, I am happy to address the joint session of State Legislature and to accord to all of you a warm welcome in this session. I would like to take this opportunity to convey my best wishes to all the honorable members and their families for the new year. Since I addressed this House last year, certain developments have taken place. I would like to touch upon them briefly. It is a matter of great pride for all of us in the state that a senior political leader from our state was chosen to be the Prime Minister of India and has been heading the coalition government at the center with the formation of new government at the center based on the common minimum program provision for a new critical social services like community health, primary education, etc., have received a very high and important attention. My government have fully endorsed this special emphasis and have been making adequate provision for all these sectors. The central government today is more conscious of the need for further decentralization and devolution of resources to the states for designing and implementing more programs for socio-economic development. In this context, it is gratifying to note that a large number of centrally sponsored and central sector schemes are being transferred to states. My government is conscious of the development at the international and national levels involving competition and withdrawal of government from non essential sectors. We have been examining the areas where such policy reforms can be brought about without sacrificing principles of social justice and welfare of the economically and socially weaker sections. We have recognized the need for providing commodities and services at their economic costs. We are proposing policy reforms by which services at their economic cost. We are preparing policy reforms by which services become more viable without hardship to the weaker sections of society. The honorable members are aware that the present year is of special significance for all the Indians, wherever they may be. 50 years ago, our country has achieved independence from the foreign rule. Since then, our nation has made significant progress in many years. The ideals of a progressive and strong India, which inspired the freedom fighters and framers of our constitution, must be received once again, and the feeling of excitement and rededication of our energies to nation building must be brought back. My government is making plans for celebrating this significant event. Apart from highlighting significant events, we would also like to educate our people on the threats that still persist to a liberal, tolerant, and equitable society. Social evils like religious fundamentalism, casteism, and corruption will have to be fought relentlessly, and a good center state relation must be emphasized. I have no doubt that the honorable members will join me in congratulating the people of India during this year of the 25th anniversary of our independence and in organizing various functions that will be taken up as part of the celebrations. The current financial year will also mark the beginning of sixth 5-year plan which will take us to the next century when we become strong, united, and proud nation. My government has endorsed the general approach to the sixth plan, aiming at an overall annual economic growth rate of 8%. The state would formulate an appropriate plan and strategy to achieve this rate of growth. While Karnataka has earned justifiable recognition for its achievements in industry and science and technology, we cannot forget that agriculture provides the foundation of our economy. Karnataka's farmers need better seeds and fertilizer, they need more credit, they need more reliable power, they need remunerative prices and insurance against natural calamities, while giving a renewed thrust to traditional agriculture. A new momentum has to be imparted to horticulture, floriculture, fisheries, and animal husbandry as well. My government is a government of the farmers, by the farmers, and for the farmers. I am quite sure that this august body will deal with the problems of public health and family welfare under the prevailing socio-economic conditions of our country. I wish you all the best. Dear sir, please refer to our letter dated 22nd February 2000 for the supply of computer and other accessories along with a good laser printer to our institute. In this connection, we wish to inform you that the required machineries have been supplied by your firm after a delay of nearly 6 months. Here, we would like to mention that at the time of the installation of the computer, your engineers have simply assembled the different parts of the computer and said this is in working condition. They have not taken any interest to show us what are the parts available inside the computer, what are the uses of the different parts of the computer, and how to clean those parts, etc. Since the computer machine was a new one for us, we are not in a position to know all those things, but only after some days of the use of the computer, we were able to know about the different parts and its various uses. After the installation, the computer was being used regularly and it was working quite satisfactorily. But all of a sudden, one day, it started giving problem. Since we have learnt only to operate the machine and not knowing the repair of the machine, we are put to lot of inconvenience. Due to this, we are not in a position to give the training in practical to the students of our institute. In this regard, we have written a letter to you mentioning the problem we are facing at present and requested you to send some of your service engineers to rectify the problem of the machine and to make the repair. Hence, we request you once again to kindly send your service engineer at the earliest. Yours faithfully, Shiva, Principal.